Boss, I want to share with you in today's conversation Navy Federal Bad Credit Loan Alternatives. In other words, I'm talking to you about credit union lenders that approve you massively if NFCU won't approve you. So this is really interesting. So here's the overview I want you to pay attention to. So I'm going to share with you a series of loans from credit unions that, just like Navy Fed, approve bad or fair credit, full TransUnion, and are open membership-wise to residents of all 50 states. So we're not talking about credit unions that restrict membership in terms of biology, geography, or profession. All the credit unions I'm giving you in today's conversation, it doesn't matter where you live or what you do, or whatever affiliation you have, you can still qualify. So the first one I want to really share with you is Connexus. So Connexus pulls TransUnion, and Connexus is really great when it comes to bad credit loans. And Connexus is very generous. It will approve you up to $50,000. They tend to approve loans real fast too. So sometimes Navy Fed, it takes forever. With Connexus, they will approve you within 24 to 48 hours as long as you have all the paperwork. Not a problem at all. Okay, and so you have rates that ranges from like APRs that range from 9.49% to 18.49%. So this is a good delta in our analysis. You have terms as long as 84 months. That's 7 years. That's just fantastic. So the good thing is that you are going to find your luck with Connexus. And one thing we love about Connexus is that you can apply online, you can apply on the phone, you can apply at the branch. So you have flexibility in terms of the application options that you have. And so we always tell our clients and our viewers, if you want to get a loan through a Connexus, you want to start everything by giving them a call. It's just a lot better. That way you are aware of the latest requirements, you are aware of the latest conditions, whatever, and you get it from the source. Okay, so the number that you want to call right now is 1-800-845-5025. Again, the number is 1-800-845-5025. And Connexus will actually consider you if you have a FICO score that is minimum 450. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. In today's conversation, we're talking about Navy Federal Bad Credit Loan Alternatives. Okay, very important. The second lender that I want to share with you in today's conversation is Consumers. So Consumers Credit Union, CCU. And with Consumers, you have a very, very generous lender. Consumers, just like Navy Federal, pulls TransUnion, okay? And CCU is really generous. Can you believe that they actually will approve you for loan amounts up to $100,000? Yeah. Where Navy Fed is capping its loan at 50 grand. CCU is actually saying, listen, let's open the door to all our beloved members and whatever. And so they have loan amounts up to $100,000. And the APR goes from 3% all the way to 13% to 15%. And the FICO score minimum 500. So you can qualify for a CCU loan if you have 500 minimum. By the way, again, as I think I've said this before, Connexus is an open membership credit union. You can qualify, not a problem. Same thing for Consumers. Okay, Consumers, you can qualify. There are ways. If you don't qualify geographically, biologically, or professionally, you can qualify by donating to a charity. Okay, so loan amounts, the $100,000. There is no prepayment penalty. Okay, and you have a quick approval process also. So this is really good. So those loan amounts are called signature loans. So within Consumers jargon, they call it signature loans. Besides signature loans, which are unsecured personal loans, they also have motorcycle loans. They have recreational vehicle loans. They have secured loans also. So this is just to let you know in case you are interested. Let's say you say, you know what, I love the unsecured loan, the signature loan, but I would like to explore other loans. So this is kind of cool. So CCU got you covered. Okay, it's really good. And for the motorcycle and recreational vehicle loan, they finance up to 100%. Everything, they'll do it for you. Not a problem. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about Navy Federal Bad Credit Loan Alternatives. So this is fine. If you want to know more about consumers, please contact 847-837-7938. 847-837-7938. The third credit union I want to share with you is BECU. So BECU is Boeing Employees Credit Union. They are located in Seattle. But the thing is that if you are not in Washington State, you have no affiliation with Boeing, you can still qualify. So there is a donation you have to make to a charity, and you are in. So this is fine. There are no geography, biology, or profession restrictions here. With BECU actually similar to Navy Federal pulls TransUnion. Okay, with BECU you can be approved for a loan up to $30,000. So the limit is a little lower here. Just contrast the consumer's $100,000 to BECU BECU $30,000. Hey, listen, it's still worth it. So the APR is really decent. You are looking at minimum 8.99%. This is really good. This is really, really good. And you can use the cash that you borrow from BECU to do a lot of things. You can consolidate high interest rate balances, and you can use the cash for other stuff also. So again, it's totally possible. Emergency expenses, you name it, BECU will take care of it. Not for you, not a problem. Okay, debt consolidation, emergency expenses, major expenses, travel and leisure, everything goes. Just remember, the maximum loan amount here is $30,000, and you have loan terms that go all the way to 6 years. So we're speaking about 72 months. This is kind of cool. So, and the FICO score minimum is 475. 475, not a problem. And you got to be a member for 6 months before applying for a loan at the BECU. Unless you are a new member, but you have you have beefed up your account for a while, you have direct deposit, then they might waive that requirements. And there are no origination fees, so we love this a lot. And you have flexible repayment terms. So when you think about the BECU, I want you to think about a lender that has for you no origination fees, but also flexible terms. So this is really good. We love this a lot. Another lender I want to share with you is Alliance. So Alliance is really great. Alliance, similar to Navy Federal Credit Union, does pull TransUnion. And so Alliance actually is very generous too. I mean, it's unbelievable. Whereas Navy Fed will cap you at $50,000, Alliance and consumers, CCU that is, are offering you up to $100,000. Bad credit, fair credit, not a problem. So Alliance, as a matter of fact, they actually will approve you anywhere from $1,000 to $100,000. Terms ranging from 1 to 5 years. Again, so here you have flexibility in terms of your budget to repay the loan, and you actually can get same-day deposit into your account, or they will mail you a check if you prefer. So this is kind of cool. So with Alliance, you have the element of speed that we love a lot. And so you need to understand there are no prepayment penalties. So you can pay early and save on interest. It's totally up to you. They're not penalizing you because you're paying early. Okay. And what I want to say here is that what you want to do is you can receive your loans within the same day. Okay. And I want to say that when we talk about Alliance personal loans, those are unsecured loans. In other words, signature loans. So no collateral is needed. So if you want more information, just contact an Alliance sort of how do I say it? An Alliance sort of sorry about that. You want to contact an Alliance customer service today to get more information. One thing I want to say also is that just remember that it's all about preparing the loan process as soon as possible, and because Alliance is really, really fast. Once they actually process your application, it takes about 1 day or 2 days to actually finalize everything. Just make sure that you are aware of that. And one thing I also want to also say is that Alliance is an open membership credit union. It doesn't matter if you don't live in the geography they cover, they still will process your application. Not a problem at all. This is really great. So it's just fantastic. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about Navy Federal bad credit loan alternatives. So credit union that will approve you if Navy Fed won't. And teachers is another credit union that will approve you if Navy Fed won't. Okay, if Navy Fed will not approve you, teachers federal credit union will approve you or might approve you. So the thing with teachers is that they are very generous. Also, they can approve you all the way to $50,000. Teachers like Navy Federal pulls TransUnion, and so terms, you have terms from 2 years to 6 years. So this is really great, and you have a quick approval process here. And rates can be as low as 8.49% APR. So what we love about the teachers is that it's a very flexible lender. Teachers is a very flexible lender. You can use the cash for consolidating debts, paying unexpected expenses, taking out a personal loan for a home improvement. You could do a lot of stuff. And one thing I want to say is that you can also apply online, not a problem. Teachers actually has made the whole process very, very easy. You can apply online, but if you love to apply at a branch, not a problem. You can go to a branch, or you can contact customer service to apply. As a matter of fact, the number is open 24/7. If they're not around, you can call and leave a message. They will call you back. Let's say you call after hours, after working hours. They will call you back. Not a problem. So the number is 1-800-341-4333. Again, the number is 1-800-341-4333. So, or you can make an appointment. You can schedule an appointment. You can do a lot of things to talk to someone at Teachers Today to have a conversation with them about the whole thing. And so teachers will actually apply APRs that starts at 8.49% to your loan. So this is really good. And if you have a FICO score of 475, they will consider your application. Not a problem at all. Obviously, you gotta be a member. And one thing I want to say here is that in addition to personal loans where the maximum is $50,000 at teachers, this credit union has also other loans. You have educational loans whereas rates starts at 8%. You have Teachers Advantage line of credit where you have rates around 12.75%. So you have a lot of loans. You have energy assistance loans, holiday loans, PV solar loan programs. You have secured loans. You have short-term, small amount loans. You have vacation loans. So you have a constellation of loans at teachers to actually cater to like several needs. Let me give you a few pro tips before we close to this conversation. How do you actually get a Navy Federal bad credit loan alternative? Well, the first thing you want to do here is you want to check your credit score. I know it's really important. You might be thinking, well, if Navy Fed has denied my ass, it's because I had bad credit or whatever. The thing is that everything starts with your credit score. Okay, you want to ascertain, you want to confirm the number. If Navy Fed is telling you, well, we just denied your application because you were around 400 or 475. The question is, have you double checked? Because the Navy Fed is looking at maybe TransUnion, but what if your Experian and Equifax are actually stellar? You just happen to have a bad credit score for TransUnion. If that's the case, then you want to see if your TransUnion credit report has some errors that you need to fix ASAP, right? So check your credit score, and then the thing is that before you even reach out to a credit union, make sure that you have calculated your numbers. You have plugged in your numbers in Excel or whatever app you're using, or calculator, good old calculators. You want to make sure the numbers make sense for you, because you are going to be the one repaying those numbers on a monthly basis. So the loan amount that you need will actually will dictate the loan payments you are going to make. So be very, be thrifty in terms of the loan. Like, you want to go strictly for a loan amount that you really need, not the loan amount you would love to have, but the loan amount that you really need. It's all about your needs versus your wants, right? This is really important. So that's how you calculate your loan payments. And then you need to see if you can pre-qualify for the loan. Most credit unions will actually work with you to help you pre-qualify. In other words, you have processes in place where you can pre-qualify. The thing is that the 5 credit unions that I share with you, they do not have public pre-qualification links, but they do have private pre-qualification links. In other words, you have to be first a member. So once you are a member, you will see, once you log in, you will see on your dashboard, you will see a pre-qualification link. This is how you know that, okay, this is only available to members. So what you do is you have to click through that and see what's available. So that way you have an idea of what's possible if you were to apply for real. And so once you do this, you want to start actually comparing and contrasting lenders, right? So you want to go and see if teachers is better, if consumers is better, if CCU is better. Remember, we are trying to find a Navy Federal bad credit loan alternative. So you have to see teachers, CCU, Alliance, and see Connexus, and see if all, and BECU, and see if all those lenders, who is the best. Remember, when we talk about actually comparing and contrasting lenders, we're looking at the APR, we're looking at the loan amounts, right? The potential loan amounts. You have Alliance and consumers that are giving you $100,000, and BECU is giving you $30,000. So you can see, like, the delta is really huge. But every credit union has its pros and cons. So you got to ask yourself, what do you really want at this point in your life? This is what's going to determine the results in terms of comparing lenders and shopping around. And then please do not forget to read the fine prints. Whatever they give you, whatever loan amount, don't be too excited and just forget about, I'm just going to sign it and that's it. No, you want to know what you're signing and at least have a clear understanding. You don't have to understand, you don't have to go to law school to understand the fine prints, but you need to understand the major elements of the loan agreement. If you do not, give the customer a call, not the customer, give the credit union a call so they can explain certain terms to you. They have to, though. They have to. And do this before you sign the loan agreement, okay? And then you complete your application. So, if you choose teachers versus consumers or Connexus or whatever you choose, make sure that you complete the application so that they can start processing your file. It does take some time. Usually at credit unions, you want to expect like 1 to 3 to 4 days before they actually start processing your application. This is why the earlier the better. As soon as you made a determination, you've decided what credit union you want to go with, just apply ASAP. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I want to quickly recap here. So I spoke to you about 5 credit unions that are bad credit loan alternatives. Those are Navy Federal bad credit loan alternatives. We have Connexus, we have consumers, we have BECU, we have Alliance, and we have teachers. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you later. But before, remain marvelous.